All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Card Hedge podcast. I'm your co-host, Omar, aka Retro Hoops. I got my man JD right here. What's up, brother?
What's good in the hood, son?
Dude, I hear you guys are getting some like nasty weather out there. You're up north, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're about to get
It's weird. Yeah, like a hurricane this week.
What?
Yeah, it's like 70 mile an hour, actually wind gusts of 90 miles an hour.
What?
On the bridge, like near my house. So,
oh, that's right. You're up there. You're up there in the islands.
Yeah, and then we get the same thing rolling in tomorrow night. So, whatever.
No way.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where it's like Al Qaeda and the Chinese and whoever else thinks about attacking us, they're not taking us down. I mean, it's just not happening. So, the weather,
Yeah.
How about these like Houthi dudes out there, like firing rockets at like the Navy ships and whatnot? It's like, do you not understand those are the most advanced things on the goddamn planet? And like, they're like watching you right now wipe your ass.
Yeah.
They're going to like tuck a missile up it real quick. Like you keep shooting your RPG, buddy.
There's not to get too like political into it or whatever, but there was this thing that I saw where it said somebody was talking about how like we've been off the golden standard for so long, like since like the late 70s or like early 80s or something like that. And there's like, the US dollar, what's it backed by? By our military.
Yeah. I just saw some breaking news. Like us in England launched like an attack on those Houthi terrorist group people. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you don't like that's like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm not trying to be political or anything. And if any Houthis watch the show, hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. Let us know how you feel down in the comments.
Yeah, tell us what it's like.
Yeah, tell us how you feeling.
So how you been, man? All right,
dude. We got some gnarly weather coming our way. On Sunday night, it's supposed to freeze like hell. So we're kind of batting down the hatches for that because Texas shuts down. Anything below 30 degrees, Bubba, that's it. We're it's a wrap. We're going down to the Mexican bread restaurant, a bread store, bakery. We're getting some pan dulce and some conchas and some cuernitos, and we're getting some hot chocolate on the stove.
Whoa.
And we're shutting it down.
What did you just say?
Oh, see, you don't know about conchas and cuernitos, my boy. I'm gonna have to send you some.
You just said SA.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you a cold weather. I'm gonna send you a Texas cold weather starter kit.
Starter kit.
Yeah. So you just gotta have all the good stuff in there. But yeah, we're kind of bracing for that. So, which kind of sucks, man, because I wanted to do some filming this weekend to try to to kick off. I've been talking about doing another YouTube channel, automotive YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I've been working on the branding for all that stuff, so I can kick it off properly. And I kind of had it pegged this weekend to kind of do the first, few videos, kind of intro videos and stuff. And then I just looked at the weather and I'm like, that's not happening. So,
not happening.
But yeah, we're moving, dude. We had a great, kind of a company meeting just this past week. So that was dope. A lot of cool stuff from Card Hedge in the horizons. Yeah. We're doing some, some rearranging of some stuff and coming up with some new ideas so that we can kind of engage with you guys, the customers, a little bit more. Yeah. For those of y'all that don't know, me and JD are both partners in Card Hedge, which is a price analysis tool, market analysis tool. You can use it for, all your comps and stuff like that. If you're at a card show, you want to check up something that you're about to buy and see if it's a fair price, or you want to use it as information to haggle. All the links are going to be in the description. You can check it on iOS and on Google Play. Just search for Card Hedge.
Pokemon too.
Pricing to. Oh yeah, that's right. That was one of the big conversations that we had.
Oh, we already have over 12,000 individual Pokemon cards in our database.
Wow,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And the goal this year, one of the big goals this year for us is to bolster that. And starting off with as many of starting off chronologically, right, from the oldest set. and we're gonna work our way forward and try to catch up this year with getting the goal, obviously, to get as many of the Pokemon sets, and then we can start working on some of more of the oddball type sets as well that are, kind of fun.
I don't know crap about Pokemon.
Me neither, brother. I just know that Snorlax is my guy. I got a Charizard first edition that I traded for off of Arena, so I'm pretty dope.
Is that part of the Mexican survival kit in the cold or whatever?
No, it's not.
Snorlax.
No.
All right, let's kick it off. This is quickly becoming my favorite segment of the podcast, where we each pick our card of the week.
That's right.
I think I went first last week.
No, you. So I went first last week.
I did. You did.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
So it's on you.
So sweet. I'm going with a classic.
Drum roll.
All right.
I gotta figure out a way to add sound effects.
Last week I did 1990 Leaf Frank Thomas rookie card, and I'm gonna stay in the 90s.
We're staying in the 90s. Okay.
Staying.
I'm staying in ultra modern, just as a little hint.
Why can't I?
Why can't you share?
What's going on here?
You still got keys, don't you?
There we go.
There we go. All right, here we go. Oh,
1992 Upper Deck Shaq. Now,
one of my favorite cards, man.
This card, like for me, really hits home. It's one of the. I think it's an iconic card.
That's why I got one. Boom, boom.
Yep, I have a few.
Yeah,
and I think the key with this card, honestly, is it's a condition sensitive card. There's 1A. So people that don't know basketball cards or whatever, there's a 1A and then there's a 1B.
Correct.
And 1B, I believe, was the trade card.
Was the redemption?
Yes.
Correct.
And you could also get like that remember you could get the redemption card and they would send you that back with the trade card.
Yep.
With the hole punched in it.
That's correct.
Like that was pretty cool.
That was dope, yeah.
But this was a card where, I'm in 1992, JD is 12 years old.
Yeah.
So it's just this was like one of the cards for me.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And now like this to me is one of those cards where it's, the grade matters, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a huge difference. If you look at PSA, there's 342 10s, and they've been steady Eddie, man.
Yep.
Like, well, I shouldn't say steady Eddie. They're down about 20. They're down 23% over the last 6 months. 15 hundos for a 10, 32 for a 9.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like,
so, like that to me is an example of, sort of that pop report thing. I can go back and forth and we could talk about it for days. Does the pop report matter? And I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, you can see that it does in the prices, right?
A little bit.
So whether you want to say it does or it doesn't, at the end of the day, the sales price is what matters.
Yeah, because that's ultimately what's driving how much supply is actually out there, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So that's my card. I mean, again, I think it's just one of those cards. I think Shaq is one of those guys too.
He just is, man.
He's relevant.
Yeah,
he's relevant. He's on arguably one of the best sporting shows out there.
There's no argument, in my opinion.
He's on. He's owner of all kinds of stuff, right? He's on TV still.
He's a big personality.
He's revitalized Reebok.
Yeah.
So he's a relevant dude, and I think he's a guy that long term he's got a ton of fans. So it's just a guy that's highly collectible, and it's a card that I think stands the test of time, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So
completely agreed.
That's my pick of the week.
Leave that up for a second. Pull that back up. I want to point out something.
All right, hang on.
So I'll point it out. The 9 was going for like $32, right? And the 10 going for like 1,500. I mean, we talk about this all the time, you and I. I mean, snatch up 10 of those PSA 9s, crack them and resubmit them. Wait for a good.
Maybe one of them.
Dude, you get a 20% hit rate, conversion rate from 9 to 10s on that, and you're in the money, my boy. Like, that's
correct.
You know what I mean? Like, it's insane, the disparity on those. But that's an awesome card. Almost kind of makes me feel like my card
it's
sucks.
It's one of those though where you gotta go out and buy it. You know what I mean? Sure. It's one where I think
if you're a serious collector and you're a basketball fan, there's just no reason why you should not have that in your collection.
Correct.
In my opinion.
But it's also, maybe from someone who I'm gonna stop sharing. So
yeah, I already bumped you out.
All right. From someone who's been doing some content lately around selling cards and getting rid of some stuff, I will say that's
one of the ones you're holding.
I'm not. I put that one to the side, but there's so many different possibilities out there that I don't know. We can talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you got?
So, being that my Texans are in the MFN playoffs, okay, well, we're in the wild card, but whatever. Yep. We're playing against the Cleveland Browns this weekend on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Yep.
And I fully believe, and I believed this before with Deshaun Watson when we had Deshaun Watson, because regardless of his extracurricular activities, when he was here, the guy was phenomenal. I mean, he was a stud quarterback. Bonehead, but stud quarterback. So I think we are very fortunate to have hit this twice already, where it's like, hey, not only did we get Deshaun Watson, great quarterback, now we got CJ Stroud, who's turning out to be absolutely phenomenal. The kid's playing like a beast. And I think his Prism, just the 1/1 Black Finite, was just hit by Backyard Breaks. I can't even imagine what that card is going to go for. That's upward six-figure card. I think CJ Stroud is this year's Brock Purdy when it comes to, holy crap, look at this kid. And so his card is moving. And so there's a lot out there for him. As far as actual cards themselves, I only think there's a handful. There's Donruss and Mosaic are the only two licensed products that have come out so far. And obviously, as the year unfolds, we're going to get more and more and more. And then Prism is obviously going to be the next big wave here. But I mean, his cards are still holding at $100 at a PSA 10. I think they're up for like $30 or $40 in a raw card for a nice one. And this is just a base. So I think now is the time. If you didn't get into Brock Purdy when Brock Purdy was doing his thing in the playoffs last year, then you have an opportunity here to get in with CJ Stroud, who's going to be much in the same way, if not better. I think that kid's just got a lot of good skill on the field, but also his off the field, his leadership, everything that they've ever said about CJ Stroud has been absolutely positive. And the Pat McAfee show this past weekend when we beat the Jags. No, we didn't beat the Jags. Who did we beat? The Colts. When we beat the Colts to get into the playoffs, he did a post-game interview with them. And one of the guys on Pat McAfee show was like, yeah, listen, the only threat right now to the Baltimore Ravens are the Cleveland Browns. And so, like, we're not even worried about you. And they told that to CJ to his face. And you saw CJ, he was like, oh, really? That's what you say? Okay, watch what we're going to do. So I'm pretty pumped, man. This may be a hometown-driven pick, but I really don't care. The kid's amazing. And we'll see what he ends up doing this Saturday. So
Yeah, I they've got a pretty good shot against Cleveland. That's one of those games where anything can happen, man.
Well, the last time that they beat us with Case Keenum behind center, and they just weren't clicking,
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Man, I'm
Good
down,
stuff, man.
I'm down for it all.
You know what? I got to get out of the ultra moderns for next week. I'm gonna have a nice little vintage pick, a little retro pick.
Yeah.
Goran Dragic. I don't know if you heard, he just retired. So
yeah, I saw that on your on the gram.
Pulled that out, picked that up recently. I was like, oh, I got to get that. I got to get one of those before those things go crazy. Goran Dragic was a beast, man. I love that guy.
He was. I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, look at Omar.
Yeah. Good old Goran Dragic, drafted with my Rockets. It was cool. A lot of stuff going on, dude.
There's quite a bit, quite a bit, and let's do this. I think I'm not really sure on my topic. Like,
you want me to jump right into mine?
No, we'll go to mine because I think yours is more interesting. So Prism is, unless I'm missing something, because there's Wembenyama rookie cards, Panini Prism rookie cards for sale.
Yes,
but there's no checklists. There's no nothing.
It hasn't released yet. That's the problem.
So how are these things being sold?
I don't know. That my friend is the question. Is how are they already selling Prism?
There's all stuff on the internet here.
Yeah, and so I went on when I saw that. Right,
maybe mine's more interesting than yours.
Yeah, it could be, because that was kind of my topic of that. Like when you brought it up, I was like, yeah, because they're selling them. They haven't even released. It hasn't even released yet. Release date is like February something for Prism. Right. But I was on Instagram yesterday, and there's a bunch of pictures of people, like the scalpers, coming out of the woodworks. They went to scalp 23 Prism football for CJ Stroud, and they're filling up their boxes and their carts full of 23, 24.
Oh yeah, like Walmart and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like,
I saw that. I think so. I think there's some mistake there.
Something happened with those distributors, man.
Somebody,
I don't think that was supposed to be out there.
And it begs the question, man. Like, we've talked about this on this show a lot.
Yeah.
What in the blue hell are these massive manufacturing companies and distribution companies doing when your bread and butter is supposed to be distribution? You can't even do it right. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can go to a port and you can have these big ass cargo ships pull in with all these containers on them, right? These container ships. Right. And these unmanned massive cranes can move all around the docks in Los Angeles and Houston and wherever, and empty these cargo ships with precision. But these trading card companies can't release the right product
at the right time.
I don't get it. How does that happen? Explain that. Riddle me that. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm on Target's website right now, because I pre-ordered 3 blaster boxes of Prism football and then 3 blaster boxes of Prism basketball off of the website. And my expected delivery date is January 19th for both of those boxes. So I'm supposed to get them on the 19th. But from what I can see, and obviously it's all the Wembenyama stuff that's already on sale, Walmart already has it on their shelves. Yes. And you best believe that
that's I saw a picture. Someone retail. No, that's. There was something somewhere. Somebody posted about it, and posted at Walmart. Like, is this supposed to be out yet?
Yeah. It's like, don't ask, just grab it, all of it.
Yeah. So, Prism's always a hyped. It's probably the modern card set.
For sure. It's their premiere. It's their premiere ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
until Topps Chrome comes out and ends the debate.
Agreed.
But
totally agreed.
again, I'm going to be curious, since I've been collecting and buying and selling modern basketball cards and whatnot. I'm curious to see how the parallel growth goes, because it's every year it's what do they add, like 10% to the, it's like it was stop. Stop.
Yeah,
but
they're adding new parallels and they're adding all this new crap.
Yep.
And
Yep. I mean, and again, I think, like, I don't want to get off on a cray tangent, but and this is a conversation for a whole show. I think it's worth dedicating to, but I'm really disgusted with the way Fanatics is going with all this breaker crap. Like, and no offense to the breakers, but like, there's enough of them out there that give breaking such a bad name that it's not a good look for the major dog in the show to pretty much be funneling crap to the breakers.
always be hitting the big dollar cards.
So
it's insane. I think somebody did the math one time,
yeah,
and they were like, mathematically, these guys have to be hitting the type of odds that would allow you to win the lottery 3 times back to back, or something crazy like that. Like, somebody actually like sat there, looked at the math, did the math, and then said they would have to be buying X amount of boxes and cases of that product in order to be hitting the cards that they're hitting.
Right.
And if you sit down and watch their stream, because they're 24 hours, right? I mean, those guys they're breaking 24 hours, right? I'm talking about backyard breaks in specific. Those guys are breaking 24 hours.
They're whatever.
Those guys are animals. They're just on there.
But I'm just talking about breaking in general.
Right.
It's such it's such a weird thing, and it's like, I get the gambling aspect, and everybody in America loves gambling, so of course it's going to be popular. But like, the amount of horror stories, there's like a horror story a day.
Yeah.
And it's centered around like some type of scam.
Right.
And it's whatever. But anyway, we'll do something.
That's a whole nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
So the Prism thing. So obviously somebody screwed up with distribution and either sent out the wrong crate or pallet or whatever, or they're just morons. But again, I would caution everybody buying Wemby cards right now. Once Panini Prism does roll onto the shelves and hobby shops and breakers and everything else, these cards are going to be worth like $10. So buy them and sell them now, because when they do come out, they ain't going to be worth that much.
Buy them, sell them now.
And the base card.
Yeah, exactly. Buy them and sell them now, right? Make your money. And if you really want that card, wait 6 months and buy it back for like 20% of the cost.
Yep.
For sure. So,
all right. Let's move on to your topic, because I actually think this is a pretty good one.
Okay. So I'm going to throw something up on the screen real quick for those of you that that are listening to us and not watching. I'm on Forbes. Forbes recently released an article yesterday talking about LeBron James signing a multi-year trading card deal with Fanatics, ending the 20-year run between the rival trading card firm Upper Deck and the NBA star whose memorabilia has routinely auctioned for millions of dollars in the recent years. Now, I did a video on this on my channel. You guys can check it out if you want. I dropped the video right when the announcement happened, so there wasn't really any juicy details on it, but now it's starting to roll out a little bit more details. James's deal with Fanatics includes trading cards and memorabilia arm, which will include new inventory of signed cards, including a new collection that will be released January 19th. Now, if you've been following along with this story, the deal is that the card to have, there will be one card printed that is going to be LeBron James in his I guess high school jersey, not his college jersey. And then Bronny also, it's a dual autograph card, Bronny in his USC jersey, and it's going to be autographed. And I think it's just going to be the one. It's a one of one. Yeah. And that's going to be mixed into the product somewhere. Backyard Breaks is probably going to pull it. But that's going to be the big thing. my entire thing from this, when I saw this announcement, I got super excited because I was like, damn, wouldn't it be dope if Michael Jordan left Upper Deck and came over to Fanatics and started doing some autograph signing? It's not happening because Michael Jordan's got a gajillion dollars to his name and he can care less about what's going on. Right? Yeah, LeBron James is the one that's still trying to put together his legacy or whatnot, but could be worth more than $5 million a year, which again I don't think LeBron James really cares about. But yeah, insane, man. Absolutely insane. I think this is a huge move for Topps and Fanatics.
Yeah, so right off the bat, dude, think about this. Who cares about the Bowman University crap with him and his kid? The LeBron fan will love that. Whatever, great, grand swell.
Yeah, I just don't think this kid's going to be that spectacular.
I could give two craps about that card.
Right.
But
Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome LeBron James auto, baby.
Buybacks. Rookie autos.
Oh, you think they're going to do that? Oh, dude, yes. Yes, can you imagine?
I've been waiting for 3 hours to record this show to throw that out there.
Dude.
Now, if I'm thinking of that, they've already thought about this.
For sure, Topps.
You know damn well.
Yep.
In their first release of Topps Chrome basketball, there's going to be an opportunity for a LeBron James Topps or Topps Chrome or whatever buyback auto. Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, that would be an unbelievable card to hit.
Yes.
Like unbelievable.
So I kind of understand how that works, and you probably know better than I do. So in this case, Topps would come out and go, "Hey guys, listen. If you have a 2003 LeBron James Topps Chrome rookie or Topps rookie paper, right? I think they just did this with A-Rod, right? Or no, who did they just do this with? In this last one, I think they just did where they were buying back a bunch of stuff. They were buying back and they were giving you like
the
credit for the LCS.
The MVP buyback.
Okay.
So for baseball, like Ohtani,
so how does that work typically? The buyback situation.
We get like a $20 credit.
Okay, there you
bring it in, whatever, blah blah blah. Could they just reprint?
That wouldn't be the way to go, I don't think.
So no, so they're gonna have to do buybacks of somehow. They're gonna have to acquire some copies, and they're gonna have to have him. Like I could totally see this being a 23 card little chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hand numbered 1 of 23, 2 of 23.
Oh,
and I will say that would actually intrigue the crap out of me because that's a small house.
Dude, didn't they just do the Babe Ruth one just recently?
They did a cut. They did a dual Ohtani Babe Ruth 101. Obviously Babe Ruth was a cut autograph.
Right.
But pretty sick card. Somebody pulled it.
Yeah, somebody pulled it. Yeah. Dude, you know what, man?
Not to crap on the baseball people of the world. LeBron's got way more fandom.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
So like that card, that chase, that would be real. Like
that would be
Tom
insane.
Brady stuff is cool in Bowman draft. Yay, cards are going for good cash. You're talking about if you were to pull a buyback rookie auto of LeBron, you're talking six figures.
Oh, for sure.
Immediately.
For sure.
Immediately.
Wow, dude, that's insane. I didn't even think about this whole buyback situation.
I'm not talking about super fractors and all that crap. You know what I mean? Because that stuff's already out there. I'm talking about legit buyback autos that now, because I don't think he was signing much for Upper Deck.
No,
because
he wasn't.
There's been no Upper Deck, like other than like Goodwin and all that crap. The Upper Deck hasn't released a basketball product in years.
Well, so, right, but there isn't anything that you can hit, right?
Right. So now you're gonna get Topps Chrome, Topps basketball, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, it's coming. I'm telling you now. If you haven't thought about it, think about it because it's coming.
And you know what's crazy, dude, is that like it seems like it was just yesterday that this entire like NBA licensing and NFL licensing thing was happening. Yep. Bubba, 2020, we're in 2024. 2025 is right around the corner, which means that Panini is about to lose their license completely. And we're maybe 18 months removed from seeing our first NBA Topps Chrome product since 1990. No, since 2009. Nine? Yeah, I think 9. Steph Curry was the last one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 9. Can you imagine that?
I think I would not be shocked if you see Topps Chrome basketball this fall.
Where they're just like, we're just gonna run it and we're gonna call it licensed product. And Panini, what are you gonna do about
it? So I think, I don't know, man. I think if the economy continues to be where it's at, you know, Panini's not winning any fans at all.
No.
And everybody's waiting. And now you add LeBron.
Yeah.
That to me is just like, that's the final piece of the puzzle for basketball. And we're gonna
time to hand it over.
Yep. I think it'll be cool, man. I really do. I think again, you could go back and do some cool things with the veteran players, with certain, like, you could do reprints, like, you know, of whatever. But I think you're gonna see. I would like to see, in all honesty, I would like to see, this exclusive crap kills me, but like, Upper Deck should have a basketball and a baseball license and a football and a hockey. Well, they already have hockey, but like,
yeah. So you're saying you'd like to see like it was back in the day, right? Where multiple companies
I want all the other sets out, man. I want the Fleers. I want the Skyboxes. I want that stuff out there. I want.
And who knows, man? Who knows them? You know, Topps taking LeBron. You know,
that doesn't do shit for Upper Deck. That doesn't.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's like hey,
it hurt them, but
yeah,
none of those guys were really signing. So, like, you know, but I don't know. I just think it's actually something that intrigues. And again, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron guy.
Neither, but that's
I just think that when you actually, like, at the end of the day, you can't argue that, or you can't sit here, and I'm a Jordan guy. Same. I can't sit here and not say that LeBron is not legit. Like,
he is 100% top 5, right? No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you were to pull some type of card with his John Hancock on it,
it's great day. Yeah.
And if you pull a buyback
rookie, holy shit.
And I know he's got the exquisites and all that crap from back in the day, and those are big dogs. But a Topps Chrome is a sort of an iconic card card for the common man from Houston, Texas. You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
Anyways,
well, good stuff, man. Been doing pretty good these last couple. Whenever we actually prepare some stuff, so
it's fun when you prepare. You know, when we're out of here in a half hour, people don't get tired of us. Well, they probably do, but whatever. You know, Birdie's back ripping us. And,
Birdie's back in the comments.
Yeah,
that was dope. All right, good stuff. Well, we appreciate you guys watching and listening. As always, leave us a comment down below. Remember to download the Card Hedge app on your phone. It's free to download. It's free to get, I think, 6 months worth of comps. So it hurts you nothing to download it. So we'd really appreciate that. And if you guys want to give us some feedback, you can always do that in the comments as well. Thank you guys for continuing to watch. We're on episode 48. So we got 2 more episodes for our big 50th. So we're going to start lining up some stuff for that.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Yeah. So we got some giveaways in line. We might end up doing a live, maybe. I don't know. We haven't quite figured that out yet.
We should do a live.
I think so.
One thing I'm going to say before we go, PSA is cruising right now with submissions. All of a sudden, every single submission I have is done. I don't
really
like done. Yeah.
Mine have been sitting
in many cards right now. I don't even know what to do with myself.
I did my submission in December, like December 9th or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's in assembly right now. So
Yeah. I like the 1 a month thing we were on. Now we're getting like multiple back within like weeks, back to back, and it's like I'm paying out my wazoo, but whatever.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Anyway, everybody, have a great week.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Catch JD's channel, which is also linked below. Catch some of my stuff down below. We'll catch y'all next week. Love y'all. Peace.
Later. Peace.